Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Nabil, UDE 220099, and today I will do the introduction to Lehman Brothers. Lehman Brothers Incorporated was an American global financial services firm. It was established in 1850, making it operating for 158 years until it filed for bankruptcy in 2008. Until then, Lehman Brothers was the fourth largest investment bank in the United States. It was doing business in investment banking, equity, fixed income and derivative sales and trading, research, investment management, private equity, and private banking. Its failure was largely caused and accelerated by the subprime mortgage crisis. Its bankruptcy remains the largest ever. At the time of its Chapter 11 filing, Lehman Brothers had $613 billion in debts.
My name is Muhammad Ika Razak, UDE 220174. So I will talk about summarize the company's situation. So Lehman Brothers is a financial group that provides investment banking, brokerage, trading and other financial services. However, in between 2000 to 2010, their attempt to grow riches had sent them down a dangerous path. They participated substantially in subprime mortgage, which are loans offered to customers with poor credit records. These mortgages were combined and offered as investment with large yields. For a while, it was a golden goose, but then the housing market plummeted. Homeowners who couldn't afford their subprime mortgage began to fail massively. Lehman Brothers' house of cards constructed of these weak loans began to disintegrate. As failure became larger, investors were concerned. Lehman Brothers' involvement in this subprime mortgage became public knowledge and investors fled. Their stock price collapsed and credit rating agencies dealt Lehman with a major setback by reducing the company's credit worthiness. This made it almost hard for them to acquire funds to stay afloat. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Haikal. So I will next present about the next point of the summarize the situation. So my name is Muhammad Yasin bin Muhammad Suhaimi, UDE number 220103. So the point is the Lehman Brothers struggle to survive. They were looking for a firm or another financial institution to buy them out or bail. And they also demand the Federal Reserve for an existence. And because of growing losses and no way to they there is no way to obtain capital, so Lehman Brothers declared bankruptcy in 2008 September, and it was a devastating blow to banking system. It's also the largest bankruptcy case in US history. Damaged trust and the dominoes start to fall. Lehman's fall constitute a watershed point in the financial crisis, throwing the globe into the disastrous recession.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Haidil Hafiz. My metric number UDE 220177. Now I will talk about 5 companies' internal control system problem. So the first one is valuation practices. Lehman Brothers value its assets using complex financial instruments and valuation techniques. There were worries that some of these evaluations were unduly optimistic and misrepresented the genuine worth of the asset, which will have negatively impact the firm's financial standing. So the second one is liquidity risk. Lehman Brothers activities were primarily financed by short-term borrowing. The company's financial issues worsened as credit market increased during the financial crisis. The third one is governance failures. The structure and objectivity of Lehman Brothers board of directors were among the corporate governance policies challenged. Certain analysts contend that the board failed to exercise enough supervision over management or question risky business practices. The fourth one, culture of risk-taking. The culture of Lehman Brothers encouraged taking big risks and making quick money. It possible that this culture push workers to take unwarranted risks without considering all of the possible outcomes. So the last one of uh, internal control system problem is inadequate risk management. Lehman Brothers was heavily exposed to hazardous assets such as subprime mortgage-backed securities and had a highly leveraged balance sheet. When the subprime mortgage market crashed, the company risk management procedures were criticized for its inability to sufficiently identify and manage this risk, which result in significant losses. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Radhi bin Nazaruddin, UDE 220102. So today I will present about recommendation to overcome the internal control system problem. So for the first one, conduct independent valuation reviews. Lehman Brothers could have engaged external auditors or valuation experts to conduct independent reviews of their asset valuation practice. So these reviews will ensure their compliance with accounting standards and provide assurance on the accuracy and reliability of asset valuations. For the second one, perform liquidity stress testing. Lehman Brothers should have conducted liquidity stress testing to assess their ability to withstand adverse liquidity shocks. This involves simulating various scenarios to evaluate the impact on liquidity and identifying potential liquidity shortfalls in advance. So for the third one, enhance board oversight. Lehman Brothers should have strengthened the oversight role of its board of directors by establishing board committees responsible for overseeing risk management practice and corporate governance. So this will ensure that the board provides adequate supervision over management and evaluate risky business practice effectively. For the fourth one, strengthen internal controls. Lehman Brothers should have implemented stronger internal controls to identify, assess, and mitigate risk effectively. This includes establishing control activity such as segregation of duties, authorization procedures, and monitoring mechanisms to prevent and detect error, fraud, and non-compliance. So for the last one, promote ethical behavior. Lehman Brothers should have fostered a culture of ethical behavior and integrity by promoting compliance with ethical standards and regulatory requirements. This involves establishing a code of conduct, providing ethic training to employees, and implementing mechanisms to encourage whistleblowing and reporting of unethical behavior. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Hanifah Majizi. My material number is UDE 220245. The collapse of Lehman Brothers between 2000 and 2010 can be analyzed using the frog triangle framework. This model consists of three elements: opportunity, pressure, and rationalization. The internal control problem with the Lehman Brothers significantly contribute to each other elements, leading to their eventual downfall. For opportunity, the opportunity arises when the internal control environment is weak, allowing fraudulent activity to go undetected. For internal control problem, in the risk management, my brother failed to implement effective risk management practice for their investment in subprime mortgage. The company had this exposure was not adequately monitored or controlled. Second point, poorly designed financial product. The packaging of subprime mortgages into mortgage-backed securities and collateralized application was poorly regulated. This lack of oversight allowed the company to offload skill loan to investors without sufficient disclosure of the underlying risk. The point is lack of transparency. The Mabada engaged in complex financial transactions that were not transparent to investors or regulation. This obscured the true financial health of the company and quality for its asset. Regular audit and monitoring. Conduct frequent and true audit to detect and arrest any weakness in financial reporting and investment practice. Second is pressure. Pressure refers to the manifestation of ineffective to commit fraud. In Lemah Brother case, the pressure comes for the need to maintain high profitable and growth. The non-control problem is first point is aggressive ground target. Lemah Brother set overly ambitious ground target linked to the high pressure environment where employees were incentivized to take exercise risk. Second point is short-term profit focus. Company prioritize short-term profit over long-term stability, which drove risky behavior and decision. This pressure was compounded by the compensation factor that reward short-term gains. For market competition, fierce competition in the investment banking sector pressure Lemah Brother to engage in increasingly risky financial practice to maintain its market position. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Ashraf Najmuddin bin Amri. My matrix number is UDE220151, and I would like to continue Anip's point, which is pressure. What are the strategies for improvement? The first one is set a realistic growth targets, such as align performance goals with with a long-term sustainability and market realities. Second one is restructure compensation plans, such as design compensation structures rewarding long-term performance and ethical standards over short-term financial gains. The third one is promote ethical behavior, such as foster a corporate culture valuing ethical behavior and responsible risk taking. And for the third one is uh, rationalization. Um, for the Lehman Brothers, they have a weak ethical culture. For example, Lehman Brothers leadership failed to promote a culture of ethics and accountability. They allow employees to rationalize risky and unethical behaviors. Second one is leadership example, such as their senior executive endorsement of risky financial practices set a poor example, normalizing such behavior across organizations. Other than that is inconsistent policy enforcement. Their internal policies regarding risk management and ethical behavior were inconsistently enforced, leading to a belief that unethical behavior would go unpunished. So, what are the strategies for improvement? I would suggest they to establish a strong ethical framework. They can develop and enforce a code of conduct emphasizing ethical behavior and consequences of unethical actions. For the second one is leadership by example. They can ensure senior management models ethical behavior and responsible decision making. The last one is consistent policy enforcement. They can apply policies and procedures consistently to all employees, ensuring uniform standards across the organization. For conclusion, the collapse of Lehman Brothers underscores the importance of effective internal controls, ethical leaderships, and a strong corporate culture in mitigating fraud risk. By addressing these internal control problems and implementing strategies to strengthen risk management, promote ethical behavior, and enforce policies consistently. Organizations such as Lehman Brothers can better safeguard against.
Okay, for the conclusion, the fall of the Lehman Brothers is one of the major investment bank in the United States. Was a watershed moment in the 2008 financial crisis, and the Lehman Brothers failure was primarily due to its considerable engagement in subprime mortgage, hazardous financial practice, and insufficient risk management. And despite being an important force in the global, um, the Lehman Brothers failed to the Lehman Brothers failed the Lehman Brothers failed to aggressive development tactic and over reliance on a short-term borrowing. That feels like gambling and culture that prioritize high risk venture. So that conclude that the company bankruptcy is the largest in the US history, severely harmed trust in the banking system and precipitate the global recession. Thank you.